Hey, it's JP, and this time we will go a little more in depth on the step up and how it can be beneficial to those who run. As I have mentioned before, it's important to understand why you are doing the exercise. Otherwise, you might be wasting your time. I hope this brings a better understanding of this exercise and its application, which will hopefully help you level up your training routine and improve the way you run. Now, on the surface, the step up can be a great way to work on your quads, which is an essential muscle during running. Also, it is very practical to add into most training programs, as all you really need is a step or safely stacked books, or just use the curb outside. Now, so far, this seems like a practical exercise that can be incorporated to elicit strength gains in the quads in general. However, how can this be a great exercise for runners specifically? While incorporating exercises for an athlete, I try to use exercises that are effective and practical to do, as well as making them more sport specific. Now, the next question you may ask yourself is, what are some components in the step up that are also seen when you run? One is being on one leg. Remember, you are only on up to one leg at a time as you run. Another is during the ascent as you step up. This involves an action seen from the quads as you push off the ground when you run. A third is the descent from the step. Just because it's called a step up, don't neglect the downward portion of it. The way the knee moves is similar to what is seen during the mid-stance phase of running as the knee absorbs forces. Now, there are also multiple ways to manipulate the step up to address your different needs, such as working on strength, coordination, and power. However, that is something that probably deserves its own video. Now, since we went over its uses, let's briefly go over how to do the step up, as well as some variations you can try. The step up itself is a pretty simple exercise to do, as you just step up on a step. However, there are some cues I may incorporate to maximize usage of the quads. This includes keeping the trunk upright, as this biases loads more toward the quads rather than the hips. Another is to place the foot gently on the ground, as if you don't want to make a sound. This typically forces more control and challenges the quads more in an eccentric manner. Overall, I love the practicality of it, as well as the numerous factors you can change based on your needs. For example, if you want to work on challenging the quads more from a strength or capacity perspective, you can increase the weight, change the tempo, or just work from a higher step or stable surface that's higher. Next, let's go over a variation, which is the step up and over. This is basically similar to the step up, but this involves a second component where you gently tap the heel forward as well. If you really want to emphasize tolerance and capacity for the knee to handle the demands of running, you can try this one. By stepping forward like so, increased forces are imparted on the knee of this leg. Therefore, to maintain control of the leg, the quads need to work harder. Now, let's go over another fun one, which is the three-way step tap. This incorporates multi-directional demands on the leg. This not only involves engagement of the knee, but also the core, trunk, and hip region. There is a lot of coordination demands involved in this one. I'll talk about this one briefly here, because if you want to hear more about this one, you can check out my video on step-up variations. And that's all for this video. I hope you were able to learn more about the step up and how you can possibly apply it to your own training program. Let me know what you guys think, as well as any questions or topics you'd like me to go over. And as always, thank you for watching.